You could not be around Lionel without laughing and smiling and knowing how true, genuine he was and how he impacted the people around him.
Lionel Bentley was born on his family's peanut farm in Gracemont, Oklahoma. After high school, he enrolled at Oklahoma State University.
Well, his degree was in agriculture with agronomy and turfgrass being minors, but that was a natural for him to choose that because of being raised on a farm and having a knowledge somewhat, even before he went to OSU, of the soil and the country environment.
Shortly after graduating with a degree in agronomy, he met his soulmate, Lou. The two would marry in 1972.
Oh gosh, those two fed off each other. She's as crazy as he is and wanted to do just as much fun things as he did. And them together was a comedy act. And people enjoyed watching those two interact with one another. They had 49 great years together.
That same year, the city of Norman hired Lionel as an assistant park superintendent. He would later be promoted to the director of the Parks and Recreation Department.
And he was instrumental in having an ordinance created so that when a new housing development was established, it was in that ordinance that they had to provide a park. And he was very proud of that. And then he helped found the Norman Park Foundation, which took helping that area in Norman of parks to have excess funds to do things that the city could not otherwise provide for.
And as if he didn't have enough to do, Lionel also started Bentley Turf Farms in his hometown of Gracemont in 1972. The company was so successful he retired in 1984 to become a full-time sod farmer and then moved the operation to Washington, Oklahoma.
It seemed like it had always kind of been in his plan. That I think by the time he got his first job, I believe in Oklahoma City after graduation, he had already hatched in his head that he was going to have a sod farm.
Some of his friends who were working at the Parks and Recreation Department would volunteer to go down there and help him with the turf. I think we actually cost him more money than we saved him.
And Lionel was always interested in learning and trying things. And it didn't matter if something failed because that was a learning opportunity in itself.
Lionel also was a driving force behind helping the Oklahoma turf industry, serving on the board and as president of several professional organizations. One such organization was the Oklahoma Turfgrass Research Foundation, which inducted him into its 2021 Hall of Fame. In 2022, Lionel passed away. In memory of all he did, the city of Norman is naming a local park after him. And his love of Lou, golf, and OSU is celebrated on his local golf course.
We also put a bench out at the golf course, and it's a beautiful bench, has the OSU logo and all that on it. I go out there on Thursday nights, and before I play, I sit there and talk to him for a little bit.
The Bentleys also will continue to be a part of the industry through the OSU Bentley Turf Center, funded by Lou.
Lionel was a big supporter of research and education on turfgrass research. And it's great to see Lou continue that legacy and support in the Bentley Turfgrass Center, where we can continue the long legacy of doing outstanding research and education about turfgrass.
One very pleasant surprise to me has been his continued involvement in working with the OSU agricultural people through the years. I had no idea, and I mean, he never talked about it. And so that was a very refreshing reward to hear what he has done and contributed in that area. And just one more reason to make me proud of him.
Celebrating Lionel Bentley, 2023 Ferguson College of Agriculture Distinguished Alumnus.